Hi everyone, welcome to Nicole's Needlework. My name is Nicole and this is a podcast about stitching and knitting. Today is, what is today? July 16th. It's Sunday and it's right around 2 p.m. It's rainy, storm just came through. I'm located right outside of Charleston, South Carolina, so we get these summer storms that come through. I've just gotten back from Michigan on Thursday night. I drove all day Thursday, woke up at 4:30 in the morning and got home around 10 p.m. So it was a really long day, but I had to go to work Friday. I absolutely had no more leave time left, so I had to get back. And I'm still kind of in the red, like by an hour, and I'm hoping to kind of make that up. But anyway, so today's just a lazy day. I just got back from the grocery store. No makeup, hair in a bun. So let's see. So I was in Michigan for almost 2 weeks. I got there on the 4th and I got home on the 14th, so 10 days. I don't know if you can see. There's Ginger. I boarded the cats. Okay, now this is gonna fall. Stay. I boarded the cats and they did really well. I thought they'd be so mad, but they came home and they were perfectly fine. Ginger has not left my side though. Like if I'm sitting here stitching, she's on my lap. So she's been pretty clingy, but that's pretty normal for her. She's definitely a lap kitty. My husband is in DC, or outside of DC, for 3 months. He found out right before we were supposed to leave for Michigan that he was selected to go TDY there. For those in military or government work, no, TDY is temporary duty. So he will be there for almost 3 months, and it's been a little hard. We've been a little lonely, and he's lonely, but he's getting some work experience, so that's good. But we do miss him, and will be good to have him back. I'm gonna try and get up there to visit him. I was thinking maybe next weekend, but it may wait till August. My oldest son is actually going there at the end of July, and they're gonna go see Queen together, so that'll be fun for both of them. So I may go after my oldest son gets back, so we'll see. So Michigan, my dad lives on a lake in Fenton, Michigan, and some of you may know that Stitches and Things is in Fenton, Michigan, and it's actually like maybe a half mile from his house. Probably, maybe not even that, really close. So of course I was there on the 4th of July, not open. So I got there on the 5th of July, and I was really hoping to find the summer schoolhouse, but they were out. So I put my name on the list to order it. Instead, I ended up that day, I got a whole pile of things. That day I ended up getting a couple other things. I could have gone crazy. I mean, they had boxes and boxes of samplers. Just so many beautiful things. But I restrained myself. I did get Stacy Nash, Mary Bovey. I think that's how you say it. Mary Bovey sampler. And I love this. I've loved this for a long time. So I decided to get, I've never seen this linen before, and it was called, let me find the tag, Prim Gray, 36 count. So I decided to start a little bit on the Prim Gray. because I wasn't sure about the murky. So I'm really liking it on the prim gray. This is, like I said, 36 count, 1/2. It's got a little modeling in it. It's pretty subtle. So I really like that. I went ahead and got the threads while I was there. It only called for a few. What? Did you need me? He does not want to be on my podcast. And then I got to thinking, well, maybe I should have tried it on the murky. You know, maybe I need to step out of my comfort zone. So I went back and I got the murky. And it is very, very modeled. I don't know. I'm still on the fence. It's definitely pretty, but I just don't know. So I'm still going back and forth, back and forth. I have a feeling I might save the murky for something else and just stick with this. So I know I need to branch out, right? And do something different. This is 32 count, 1/2. And the coverage is great. So we'll see. This is in timeout for just a little bit while I think about it. Oh man, if that was my LNS, I would be in so much trouble. It's a small shop, but they have so much. I mean, so much linen, so many patterns, all the threads you could possibly want, all the little shepherd's bush kits, and it was really a neat shop. Or it is a neat shop. We had fun. So the next day they called when I was going down to the game to say that this was in. So knowing I wanted to get this, I brought most of the threads I needed with me. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use the mushroom Lugana. I was kind of on the fence about it. I kind of wanted to do it on Lugana just because I knew doing a lot of over one on linen. I probably would have been fine on 28 count linen, but I wanted to give the Lugana a shot. So I decided to get the mushroom Lugana, and that's how much I've gotten done. I've been working on it kind of non-stop since I got it. So it's all 28 count, 1/1, and using all the called for threads. They're so pretty. And when I went to get the chart, she said, well, you can have the chart, but we don't have any of the supplies. And I was like, well, I don't have to have the mushroom. So I pulled down all the Lugana and I was going through it, and they had hand-dyed and other colors, and she had some mushroom Lugana. She just didn't have a lot. So I basically took all she had. So sorry to those who were wanting it. I know when I was there she ordered 4 yards of it. So and this should be enough to finish the series. So I'm really happy with it. I think it's going to be so pretty once it's finished into little pillows. And I'm so excited. I saw some sneak peeks of ones that were coming out. So I got the Stacy Nash and the Summer Schoolhouse, and I saw this one And this is Anne Croxon, 1833. And this is by Black Branch Needlework. And they also had a lot of her scissor fobs and like necklaces. They're so pretty. I wanted one so bad, but I didn't. I restrained myself. So, and this is all, let's see. The silks is all au Versois. And I have a couple, but I was gonna get the ones I didn't have there, but they didn't have the ones I needed. So I thought I'll just wait. But man, I really like this sampler. I'm sure it's because of the red. If you, I did my Fiber Talk interview, and I think the weekend before I left, it became available. So in there, if you listen to it, you'll notice I said I love red. So I think that's what draws me to these samplers, is the red in them. So I got that, and then I just got a 36 count small cut of ale. I'd like to do Tanya's, the Scarlet House's samplers design, either on this or on the 40 count. That's a piece of 40 count. So, and then I came across this beautiful piece of vintage pearl barley by Lakeside Linens. That modeling, so pretty. Very, very pretty. So I couldn't resist, and I really wanted, they had a cut of 40 count vintage autumn gold, but I thought I'd wait to get that. So that was all my stitches and things. I did go back because I had to get one thread. And of course I looked at everything all over again, like I hadn't even been there. Let's see, one day we went up to Frankenmuth, and that's a cute little German town north of my dad's house. And they have a cute shop called Rapunzel's, and it's mainly like gifts, but they have yarn in the back. And I was just kind of wandering around, sorry for crinkling, and saw this model of this shawl, and it was the one they had done is in pastels, but I thought this would be really pretty. I wear a lot of dark clothes, especially to work, so I thought that would be pretty. So I got the pack that goes with this shawl, and where did I put it? Sorry, I thought I was organized. Oh, hold on. Yes, it's a PJ day. So I just have a tiny, tiny start. Not much at all. This is sport weight yarn, and these are size 5 knit picks. What are these called? Sorry. Rainbow wood options interchangeables. So I got 32-inch cord, and then I'm just dropping everything. Okay. So yeah, these are just the rainbow wood there. So I think that'll be pretty, and it's kind of a, it does have some increases, but for the most part it's pretty mindless knitting there. And then after I visited with my dad and my stepmom, we went to my brother's house. We didn't stay with my brother, we stayed at a hotel near my brother, but and he lives on Walled Lake, which is closer to Detroit. But we had a lot of fun there too. It was my niece and nephew and my mom came up, my brother, my sister-in-law, my other brother from Florida. So my family from Florida came up to stay with my brother in Michigan. And I went with my mom to Ann Arbor. We used to live in Ann Arbor when I was younger. She went to University of Michigan in her 30s. So she was a single mom, going to school and working and raising kids. So we hadn't been back. Oh man, it had been 30 some years since we'd been back. But I was looking online and they had a really cute yarn shop called Spun. Just beautiful shop. So we went over there and they had Brooklyn tweed. And so I got some of this. It's called Veil. And it's lace weight yarn. And they had a beautiful shop model called Scalene. And I'll insert a picture here. So it actually calls for 2 and I accidentally got 3. But then I was looking online and I saw, I think it's called Girasol or Girasol. I don't know how to pronounce it. And I'll put a picture of that one here. It's a beautiful circular shawl and that calls for 3. So I'm thinking I might do the circular shawl using this. I think that would be really pretty. And I also got a couple more Brooklyn tweed skeins. I got some postcard here. I know in my earlier videos I talked about getting this later on. So this I want to do the Mama Ruffles shawl. And I'll insert a picture of that here. Just a beautiful triangular shawl with a ruffle. So, and then I needed one more skein of this brown. I think I needed this one. No, I can't remember. It was this one. This is Barn Owl. So Barn Owl Wood Smoke and Fossil to do, what is this shawl called? I can't remember what it's called, but I'll post a picture here of what it is. So I was happy to get those. And then one day I went to the Rocking Horse cross stitch shop, which is really close to my brother's house. And that was a really neat shop, especially if you like Mirabilia and Lavender and Lace and Rosewood Manor. They had tons and tons of models of those designs on the wall. Tons of Shepherd's Bush kits, and I was so tempted to get one. And I can always get it. I mean, I can always order it online. It wasn't something special that I couldn't get again. But it's always fun to kind of get souvenir stuff. You can kind of justify it a little more when you're on vacation. But anyway, I don't need it right now. Maybe one day. So I think that's it. Oh, one thing I've been thinking of starting lately, I got out the pattern, and that's Houses of Hawthorne Hollow. I don't know why, but lately it's been calling to me. And I've got the, where did I put it? I thought I was more organized than I am. All right, so I've been thinking of stitching this, and I've got the fabric. I've had it forever for this. And that's either regular, let me see. Yeah, I think it's regular pearl barley. And then I also have this vintage that I just got recently, so that's also an option. So, yeah, I'm thinking I might have to start this soon. Even though I have Village halfway done. Maybe I should work on Village before I start something new. Anyway. So that's one thing I'm thinking of stitching soon. I don't know. What is this? I don't think I worked on Smith Sampler. I can't remember what I posted in my last video. But this is what I have done on Smith Sampler. And that's my latest progress. I didn't work on it at all when I was in Michigan. But that's it. 40 count, vintage Meadow Rue, and the called for silks, 1/2. And I did work a tiny bit, not much at all, on His Eyes on Sparrow. All I did, it really probably isn't even worth showing, but all I did was these leaves and these leaves here. That's it. But definitely loving this and not changing the fabric. 100% sure, no. Definitely not changing the fabric. And that's using Gentle Arts 1/2. Gentle Arts in Weeks. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh, when I was at the Spun Yarn Shop. Sorry. Don't fall. Why is this so... Stay. When I was at Spun, I saw this cute bag. And this is a Bink waffle bag. And it's reversible. I thought it was really cute, but I didn't get it. I got the yarn instead. And then Bradley, my oldest son, was with me, and he's like, come on, let's go walk around. Grandma's gonna wait here. And I was like, okay, that's strange, but okay, let's go walk around. And then we left, and my mom came back with this bag. So she got me this bag, which was really sweet of her. It's so cute. So anyway, I thought that was so... She didn't have to do that. That was very nice of her. So I think that's it. Trying to think if I've forgotten anything. I don't think so. I know someone wanted me to do a video on how I do my over one, and I posted on Instagram Ruth Sparrow's method from, she's from Twisted Thread Designs, and basically, I don't know if I could demonstrate on that. Let me just see. See if we can do a little impromptu demonstration here. Yes, I'm licking my thread. Oh, I still can't get it in the needle. Okay. So basically, to get started, oh, this is going to be hard to see. I usually just do one full stitch to get started, just so it kind of locks it in place. And then you're going to go skip a stitch, go to the bottom. It's going to be really hard to see. Go to the bottom left of the next stitch. Go up to the top right. And then skip, go to the bottom left, up to the top right. Bottom left, up to the top right. So then you just go across. Anyway. And then coming back, go to top left, bottom right, top left, bottom right. And that's how Ruth Sparrow does her over one. And don't worry about the variegation. I think it still shows up fine. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a little more subtle, but I still think you see some of the variegation. So I hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for sticking around throughout the disorganization of this video. I will get back into the swing of things pretty soon. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.